Somewhere nearby is Colossal Cave, where others have found fortunes in treasure and gold. It is rumored that some who enter are never to be seen again, and magic is said to permeate the cave. I know of places, actions, and things. Take me with you, and I will be your eyes and hands. Keep watch on your compass. It will guide you through the cave. I know of a few special objects, such as a black rod hidden in the cave. Take these objects and carry them in your inventory, which will show you the items you're carrying. Some objects have side effects. For instance, the rod scares the bird, and usually people unsuccessfully manipulating an object are attempting something beyond their or my capabilities, and should try a different tack. Take heed that cave passages turn often, and realize that exiting one room to the north does not always guarantee entering the next from the south. And just because you enter a room one time without issue does not mean that you won't be rechanneled elsewhere the next. To get full credit for a treasure, you must leave it safely in the little building, though you do get partial credit for just locating the treasure. Points get lost for getting killed, or for quitting, though the former costs you more. Also, points are based on how much of the cave you've managed to explore. There is a large bonus just for penetrating the deeper cave, distinguishing the beginners from the rest of the pack. There are other ways to determine whether you've survived some of the more harrowing sections. And if you think you've found all the treasures, just keep exploring for a while. There's more to discover. Occasionally, I may offer hints if you seem to be having trouble. If I do, I'll warn you in advance how much it will cost your score to accept the hints. Good luck. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully. You are in open forest, with a deep valley to one side. The door is closed. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully. You're at the end of the road again. You have walked up a hill, still in the forest. The road slopes back down the other side of the hill. There is a building in the distance. You're at a hill by the road. You're at the end of the road again. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully. You see a small brick building. You're at the end of the road again. You're in a forest. You're in a forest. You're in open forest, with a deep valley to one side. The door is closed. You are in a gentle valley near a stream tumbling along a rocky bed. You're by a stream in a gentle valley. A large owl seems to be watching you. A large owl seems to be watching you. The grate is locked. The grate is locked. You're in it. Are you trying to get into the cave? I am prepared to give you a hint, but it will cost you 2 points. Touch the glowing grate if you would like the hint, but hurry before the glow disappears. You're in a dry depression. You see a steel grate mounted in concrete here. The grate is very solid and has a hardened steel lock. You cannot enter without a key, and there are no keys in sight. I would recommend looking elsewhere for the keys. There's no use for that here. Nothing happens. There is food here. You're inside a building, a well house for a large spring. You see rushing water. That is useless right now. You can't go through a locked steel grate. The grate is locked. Set of keys. You have unlocked the grate. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west. That is useless right now. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west. You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage. Brass lantern. The lantern is now lit. You're crawling in a low passage. There is a small wicker cage discarded nearby. You're crawling in a low passage. You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage. You're crawling in a low passage. You are in a debris room filled with stuff washed in from the surface. A low, wide passage with cobbles becomes plugged with mud and debris here, but an awkward canyon leads upward and west. You're in an awkward, sloping east-west canyon. A cheerful little bird is sitting here singing. Wicker cage. There's nothing to do with it here. You have captured the bird. Little bird in a cage. Bottle of water. Brass lantern. At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water, seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water. You're at the east end of a vast hall stretching out of sight to the west. There are openings to either side. To the north, a cold wind blows up from a wide stone staircase leading downward. The hall is filled with wisps of white mist swaying to and fro, almost as if alive. Rough stone steps go upward behind you, and an upward scramble to the south leads to a chamber. There is a large, sparkling nugget of gold here. You could never pull it out, no matter how hard you try. A pickaxe is stuck in the rock. You're in a low room. Veins of gold cover the walls. It's broken and useless. That won't work here. A little dwarf. Watch out! You're in the east end of the Hall of Mists. A wide staircase goes downward, and rough stone steps lead upward. There is a chamber to the south. There must be a way to cross this fissure. A huge green fierce snake bars the way. Could this have been the king's throne? Little bird in a cage. There's nothing to do with it here. Set of keys. Set of keys. Large gold nugget. You're in the Hall of the Mountain King, with passages off in 5 directions. Little bird in a cage. Little bird attacks the green snake, and in an astounding flurry, drives the snake away. Maybe you can fit through this small crack. You hear the word "plu." That's a crazy light. Some dimwit cobbled that contraption together. There's nothing here that you can use. The shadowy figure seems to be trying to attract your attention. Bars of silver. I wouldn't touch that. You could get electrocuted. You find yourself in the Hall of Mists after squeezing through a tight crack. Sorry, you'll need to drop something before you can carry anything more. There are rare coins here.
I'll just take all this booty and hide it away with me chest deep in the maze.
You are at a crossover of a high north-south passage and a... You're at the east end of a very long hall, apparently without side chambers. To the east, a low, wide crawl angles up. To the north, a small, round hole. There are faint rustling noises from the darkness behind you. You need to be a little closer to climb that. There are diamonds here. You're at the west end of the Hall of Mists. A low... Nothing happens. You can't pry diamonds out with your bare hands. You don't know how to work it. That won't work here. Several diamonds. There's nothing to do with it here. Several diamonds. This is a dead end. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all different. Several diamonds. Several diamonds. Several diamonds. Set of keys. Set of keys.